Hello, my dear friends. How are you doing? Hope you are all doing well. Welcome to my channel. I am Naveen Kumar. Guys, I'm back after almost 6 months. And believe me, I was so occupied in my job. And I'm glad that I could prepare some PPTs which will be converted into videos after editing and all. I will be uploading for you. And definitely, I'll try to upload ASAP all those. All PPTs are ready. I'm just waiting for bit of time slots in between to make those videos and upload it for you. So let's start from today's topic. Today I'll be discussing on screed concreting. Yes, you heard right. Screed concreting is most commonly used topping layer in the buildings, malls and airports, and wherever there is a precision of level concrete underneath the flooring or a flooring itself. So let's start from today's topic. Let's begin with the today's topic, screed concreting. So today, to explain this screed, I will be taking references from Indian Standard 2571 and BS Standard 8204 Part 1. We all do concrete slabs. We all do grade slabs. But do we really achieve the desired flatness or surface regularity? No, we never. And it's a human mistakes or human workmanship errors, we can call it as. So to accommodate those errors and to make it a desired flat surface, we take help of screed. Now what is a screed? Screed is a mixture. Sometimes it's a mortar, sometimes it's a concrete, sometimes it's a self-leveling compound. We just add the water and pour it, it will level itself. There are variety of screeds, variety of usage of the screeds, which we will understand. Now the basic meaning of screed is, it is a leveling course or a sandwich course between our existing mother slab, it may be a grade slab or a floor slab, and a flooring. Sometimes screed itself will be used as a final flooring. Friends, this screed concreting is a vast subject in itself. There are multiple types of screeds and varieties of screeds and the uses of screeds as well. So what I am doing right now is I will be dividing these videos into two parts. That one part we will understand about screed and its uses and testing on the screed in general. Next video I will be uploading on screed concrete, or you can say a screed made up of concrete, which is commonly used. And since we are more used to or more habituated with concrete made screeds, so I will need a session for concrete screed itself separately. Right? So let's begin with our screed concrete today. As I mentioned, the screed will be made up of many materials. Okay. And as per BS 8204, concrete, a polymer modified concrete, terrazzo, mastic asphalt, synthetic resin, magnesium oxychloride, and pumpable self-smoothing screeds. Self-smoothing is a word derived from BS. In India, we call it as a self-leveling. Okay, so these are the various type of screeds which are been mostly used in European and northern countries or western countries, and some of the screeds are being used in India. As I mentioned, there will be another final top layers on the screed. So what are the top layers generally we see on the screeds is, so this final layer could be anything of the textile mat, polyvinyl chloride mats, rubber mats, cork mats, especially where the slippery is, to avoid the slippery and all. And you might have seen the mats adjacent to the shores or swimming pools, all those things. Then in your bedrooms or nowadays the houses will have wooden ply on the top, laminate floor coverings, ceramic tiles, natural tiles or natural stones like granites and all. And this also applies for suspended floorings, okay, which will have just a leveling course, which will be like utility rooms or something, which will be covered, and on and that it will be a cement or red oxide floorings will be there, which will be just made it, and you might have seen some designs are all done. That kind of toppings will be done. As per BS 8204, there are several type and usage of screeds. Most of the names they have mentioned in this list are combined and used in a multiple ways. For example, they give as a first type of screed is leveling concrete layer. Generally this will be used for obtaining the finished level, okay, finished level, and above that the final flooring. Then wearing screed. Now wearing screed itself is, as it says, it will be a final layer, nothing will come on the top, okay, and maybe foot traffic or vehicular traffic, mild vehicular traffic will be allowed on that. Next, bonded screed, debonded screed. Now bonded and debonded, the name itself shows that the bonding with the mother slab and debonding with the mother slab. But as I told, it will use the multiple types also, like bonded and debonded, both will work as a leveling screed and wearing screed, right? So like this I'm telling. Then there is a floating screed, cement sand topping screed. Now as I mentioned, cement sand topping screed is made to roughen the surface to receive the next layer. Now the next layer may be another screed or a final floor. It all depends on the design part. But the sand and cement mixed screed, sand topping screed, will be used to roughen the surface to receive the next layer. Fine concrete screed. Now fine concrete screed is majorly used for wearing screed also, right? Cement sand screed is a low strength fillable material where you have more undulated surface and you need to pack them to receive the next layer. Smoothing compound, same. Smoothing compound is a compound based or a chemical based screed, which is again to serve the purpose of fine screed and wearing screed types. Departure of datum. Now departure from datum screed, the name is a bit funny, but it includes in the name itself that this screed where there is a slope or huge undulation between the layers, we need to pack it and make a smooth layer. You can see the photos here for your reference. Surface regularity, same. Surface regularity and datum from the departure from the datum, sorry, these both almost same, because we have to maintain the surface regularity, which will be again in other language it will be a filling the gaps or undulations. In situ resistance, in situ crushing resistance screed. In situ crushing resistance screed, the name itself shows it's a wearing concrete or wearing screed. Wearing screed where a parking lot, you know, or a dolly movement area, or where the battery operated cars walk through or run through. So where you cannot go with the flooring separate, and you no need of separate flooring to be designed for this. So wearing screed, by making a surface a bit hardened, or most of you might have heard about vacuum dewatered flooring, VDF. like this, and there is again a surface hardener will be used for the top layer of the screed. So such kind of wearing screeds will be used to accommodate the crushing resistance. There is another one interesting type of screed that is called as a floating screed. As the name indicates, it doesn't float, but it's a combination of cement, sand, mortar with a screed. Okay, normal concrete screed on the top. Generally, it accommodates this services, or especially in Western countries, or you can say northern countries, where the extreme cold temperatures will be there, where we need to keep our floor warm. The coils, the thermal coils will be placed inside the concrete, inside the screed, and it will be sandwiched with the top floor screed and mother slab. During the extreme cold weather, we can activate these coils to make the floor warm. Right? So the floating screeds are majorly used for such particular accommodations. I will be attaching the reference photos somewhere here, where you can see the coils are inserted or sandwiched, and it will be packed with cement and sand layer, and next the top screed will be whatever, the leveling screed or wearing screed or any type of screed can be laid on about. Along with this, you can see some photo references for unbonded screed and debonded screed. The difference between unbonded screed and debonded screed is nothing but a thin layer either of adhesive or bonding agent, or a debonding agent, or a polythene sheet will be introduced between mother slab as well as screed. What are the aspects of this layer? Why we need? What these will serve? One is a sufficient thickness, mechanical resistance, compactness, concrete covering or a closure or envelope, flatness, smoothness. These are all the aspects and the need of this screed layer. Do we face defects in the screeds? Yes. What are the defects of the screeds? Crumbly surface, hollowness, dusty or bleeding surface, fractures, crushed layers, or crushed or cracked haphazard cracks you might have seen, and debonding at the edges, crushed layers at especially concealments, where you conceal with something and it could not sustain the load, it was not having a proper strength to absorb that, it will crush. So those are all damages, defects we see. So you might have seen these photos for your reference, and these are the very common defects which we see in our regular screed activities. And it doesn't fit to any one particular type of screed. It is observed in all kind of screeds, and the reason may be anything. Reason may be workmanship error, reason may be design error, okay, reason may be improper curing or improper maturity period is given to it. Immediately someone has come, like we might have seen, or mostly we lay the screed and immediate next day or third day, if person footsteps are not printing on it, leave it. So someone will come, MEP, and they will start overhead works. Someone will start chasing the wall by standing on it. Someone will put a ladder on it and they'll start. These are all the major reasons for defects. Major reasons. I'm not talking about the root cause. I'm talking major reasons and common reasons for this. If you avoid this kind of mishaps, we can avoid 30 to 40% of chances of occurring these cracks or damage to the screeds. When we say any activity or when we say any kind of screed or concrete or anything, obviously first comes in our mind is inspection and test plan, right? So ITP was prepared. Now ITP is ready. Let's understand what are the inspections, what are the tests to be conducted on this. Inspection in the sense obviously you will be doing mortar or cement or sand or mixture, mix design, all those things. As per IBS 8204 Part 1, the screed shall not be less than M25 grade of concrete. Okay, whether you go with 10 mm aggregate, 6 mm aggregate, only cement sand, irrespective of that, the minimum grade of the concrete or screed concrete must be minimum grade of the concrete shall be minimum M25. Right? Now, while laying of the screed, it should be laid in the strips, alternate strips. Alternate strips in the sense, you cannot go beyond the designed width of the screed panel. You might have seen in this photo that there's a huge hall where the screed is being laid. You have to lay it in the strips of 3 meter or 2 meter width and length as whatever you can go ahead, or whatever you have a ready floor. Later it can be divided or cut with the grooves to make not less than 12 to 14 square meter. So if you are going with 3 meter width, you can go with 4 meter or 5 meter length. Like this panel you have to make it. One day you have to make, whenever take a full width of a hall where you have to divide it into 3 meters, and always take alternate panels in a day. The panel can be made using a C channel or a pipe or a ply, whichever is suitable. It should be made with 3 meters. So today you are casting panel number 1, 3, 5, 7. Tomorrow you can cast 2, 4, 6, 8. The reason is, as the concrete or screed doesn't have reinforcement widely or generally, we have to allow it for shrink or set in a day, so 24 hours. And once it sets, the next concrete will be put to accommodate that width. Okay, otherwise there will be a crack throughout the joint, construction joint. Now, when you make panels of say 12 square meter, 14 square meter, 15 square meter, 16 square meter, the panel joints has to be a groove with minimum width or maximum width of 4 mm, or minimum they will go with 3 to 4 mm, generally 4 to 6 mm, and depth of say 10 mm or 15 mm based on the design depth. It will be put with Baker rods, or if not Baker rod, it will be a sealant all along the groove joints to accommodate any kind of movement in the future, and to plug the water infiltration to underneath the screed. Right? So this is the care we have to take while laying of the screed. So now screed is been laid. Whether it is a bonded, debonded, doesn't matter. But when it comes to a bonded, there will be again further tests will be conducted to ensure that bondage is there. So in the next video, we will see what are the tests to be conducted on the screed and what are the cares to be taken while laying the screed. Hope you all liked my video. So please subscribe my video, please share my video, please put a bell icon so that you will get a timely notification whenever I upload the video. And please do keep watching my videos. It's all for free. It's all for learning and understanding the new technologies or better understanding of the existing technologies. So hope see you soon. Bye.